Hi Sheet, it's so nice to have you here today. So Sheetal is an intuitive healer, dream psychologist, and I think you've been guiding people over many years. And I've myself come to you. So let's jump into this.
Thank you so much for having me. And this is some topic that today we are going to be talking about is my favorite because there are so many questions usually people have, and it's very nice when you can explain them in the perfect way it has to be. So let's dive into this conversation.
Absolutely, let's go. So the hopeless romantic in me is always believes in the whole concept of soulmates and twin flames and all of that. So do you think soulmates truly exist, and do you think twin flames actually exist?
Yes, I definitely do believe that there are soul flames, there are twin flames, and there are soul contracts, and there are kinder spirits, and there are a whole lot of different kind of things, which one must understand. And especially as we dive into this, you will understand that how these soul contracts also make such a big difference in our lives, and why do we suffer so much in our lives.
Why do we suffer so much? Absolutely, and sometimes certain friendships or relationships or certain equations, I think, with your family are a bit strained. So what causes those sort of soul contracts to happen? Is it a karmic pattern that we're playing out? Is it a soul contract? What would you call it?
So I definitely believe that these are soul contracts, and soul contracts, are something that we have signed before even, we have taken birth. So how does this work? It works is that before we were born, we have our souls deciding our patterns and what we choose. So to give you an example, what if I told you that there is a soul up there which says, for me to learn empathy is very important, and then the other souls will say, yes, but if you do this, there is a lot of pain. You will have to learn this with a lot of pain.
The hard way, probably.
And then your soul agrees, says, yes, but I still want to learn this. So they say, okay, fine. And then these soul contracts are made. Now, these soul contracts are not only with the person you are in love with, it's with your family, friends, associates. So these contracts are with all these people around you who are basically going to teach you all the different things in life which you have to learn.
So if someone ends up having like a messy breakup, or you end up having a really bad equation with someone, it breaks off, would you consider that to be a twin flame? Because
see, I would say that these are all different kind of things. When we are talking about twin flames, we have to understand that twin flames are two absolutely similar people. So when you look into the mirror, it's like your reflection. You're completely with a person who's your identical reflection. So the learnings out here are very different, because you have to learn how to handle yourself first, because actually you are handling yourself. The opposite person is an absolute mirror to you. So in this relationship, the ego levels will be the same.
The anger will be the same.
All these things will be the same. But till you understand how to basically come to terms with yourself, and you learn your learnings, that's the time when, if you are with your twin flame, you can make it really big. You can either go all out once you've learned your lessons. You can be the best couple. You can be the most powerful couple.
Like Virat and Anushka and all of these people. I don't know if they're twin flames or no, but it's like a power couple.
So you definitely turn into a power couple. And that's how it changes. So basically, as I said, that a twin flame will have all the patterns which are similar to yourself. So as I said, the angers will be same, the frustration levels will be the same. They will have the same issues at all given times in their life. And even all their hurdles will come at the same time. So it's not like, usually in a partnership, one is having a tough time, the other one is more at peace.
Yes, or one you can go like 50-50 at certain points.
But here the thing is, they both will face all their hurdles, all their nightmares, all their difficulties, all their problems in their life at the same time.
Okay, I have one more question. So twin flames, like, I can't understand the difference between twin flames and soulmates, because when I think of soulmates, I can only think of like Shah Rukh Khan and probably like Kal Ho Na Ho or like Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, like, you know, that one person that is supposed to meet at a particular time. But in real life, do you think soulmates like that exist?
See, I would tell you something. It's like there are a lot of love stories, but does every love story have a happy ending, or does love really mean to be in pain? So there are a lot of questions that people have. So let's decode this. So the thing is that when you meet your soulmate, is not necessary that you would meet your soulmate in this lifetime. Sometimes it can take you many lifetimes to meet your soulmate, and a soulmate can come in all different areas of your life. It is not necessary that the person will be your partner. It can be your friend, it can be your father, it can be your grandmother, it can be a relative, it can be anyone. Okay, so it's not necessary that they have taken births as to be together in a relationship. So one is that.
So there's a possibility you may not find your soulmate.
Yeah, in some possibilities, yes, there are. Sometimes it takes many births and many lifetimes to actually meet your soulmate and be at the same time. But the good part is, it is very different from the twin flame. The moment you meet your soulmate, you instantly have that attraction towards them, saying that, you know, as if I have known them forever.
Oof, so cute, yeah.
You feel so attracted immediately. You feel everything they say is right. Your heart flutters. You have butterflies. You feel safe.
Yeah. Is it like proper Bollywood sort of a thing? Is the way you're saying it? Obviously, I'm sure it's not like that.
Yeah, I
but
think
it's just Bollywood has put this in our head, na? Like slow motion mein dupatta udna chahiye, background mein violence bajne chahiye. I don't think that happens.
No, I feel that Karan Johar has made it really very romantic, the way he explains and expresses his love stories.
I remember coming to you a few years back and being like, oh, I want someone like Aditya Kashyap from Jab We Met. Is that there in my chart? And you're like, and Anamika, no, that doesn't happen.
So basically what happens is that each one of us have our life paths. So we all are decoded in a way that, if I had to just give you a simple example, if I had to tell you that if you put a switch of a fan into the air condition, will it work? Definitely not. So the same way, the moment you realize what is your life path about, and if you move in that direction, your life kind of becomes very easy, because the moment you have this behavior of understanding yourself and also learning to accept, the moment you accept a situation, it doesn't bother you anymore. The moment you accept a relationship, you accept the person for what the person is, the full story changes.
Yeah.
So I feel life, you know, in a life, when you're talking about a soulmate, you know, we are talking about people that we have to understand that it may take a lot of lifetime for you to meet your soulmate, but at the same time, with whoever person you are at this moment, if you understand that it was yin and yang, the opposites have energies also to basically become one, then you have to understand, if your weakness is your partner's strength and his strengths are your weakness, it just works fantastic.
So well,
So it's all about acceptance. It's all about letting them be in their own sleeves.
And I think let them being their own person.
Yeah.
Like, where you don't have to change, you don't have to alter who you are. You, like, the person just loves you however you are, in whatever shape, size, form. You know, I feel that's also very rare.
Yeah. So basically in the start of a relationship, you know, we all get into or dwell into a relationship thinking that this is the perfect relationship. Absolutely. I really love this person. And the moment the person agrees to be in the relationship, you want to change everything about the person.
Yeah, like you're like, okay, this irritates me and that irritates me and this annoys me. Yeah, that's true.
and more, so many smaller things also, from clothes to hair to food, and suddenly you feel that, oh my god.
Sometimes it could also be the person's family. I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes the person may be great, but XYZ may not be okay, and sometimes XYZ is okay, but the person isn't okay. So I feel like that's a whole process in itself.
Yeah, I feel that, you
Yeah.
know, when you get into a marriage, it's not only a contract with your life partner, it's with all the people who you're going to be around.
Yeah.
Your in-laws, your immediate family
Absolutely.
members. So
Yeah.
everyone.
I think when you're younger, you don't realize that, but over a period of time, you realize whoever you end up with, you probably do have soul contracts with everyone around them as well.
Yes, that's true. As
Yeah.
I earlier explained, that that's very true, that in a soul contract, you decide, it's a contract which is done before your birth, where you decide the pain, you decide all the heartbreaks, you know, your love life, you know, all the hurdles, everything. So how are you going to learn these kind of things? It's already pre-decide, which your soul has taken this contract to understand that yes, I want to learn these things.
Yeah.
So you will have to go through that turmoil to understand and accept those things into your life,
Yeah.
to be that person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And these karmic patterns are coming from some lifetimes. So, you know, in some lifetimes, if you have done something bad to a person, in this lifetime or from another many lifetimes, if some relationship is due,
Yeah.
which will certainly show up
Yeah.
in this lifetime, you know, when you're facing some kind of hurdles,
Yeah.
and where you don't have any understanding that why suddenly this has happened.
Yeah, sometimes you can't even understand. Like, I feel like some people just get lucky. Like, they'll find love at, say, like 18, 19. And I see some of my friends, they are still like trying to find love at 32, 33 or whatever. Why do you think that happens? Like, my bhaiya bhabhi met at like in school and they ended up together at 21. So there's no explanation for why a karmic pattern works out like that, right? Like, some people find it like this, some people are looking for it endlessly.
Yeah.
So-
So I believe that, you know, every relationship was not meant to be same. If everything had to be same in life, if everyone had to get married at 21, and if everything was so similar in life, then there would have been no fun.
Yeah,
And any
there's no
which
fun.
ways, every person, as I said, comes with a life path where they have their own challenges which they have to learn. So the people who are basically getting married, delay marriages are there in their life.
Yeah.
Especially I've seen in their charts. So those are relationship patterns are coming delayed because there are many other functions
Yeah.
which they have to learn before they actually dwell into that relationship.
Okay.
Is learning to live by themselves, be more independent,
Yeah.
love themselves, you know, understand what the opposite person is going through, even
Yeah.
when it's in friendship or with your own parents. So many times I see that if you are having a bad relationship with your father,
Yeah.
it will definitely show up into your relationship.
Okay.
And it's as simple as that, that in many cases I've seen that,
Yeah.
you know, there was a story of this one person who had come to me and said that, you know, every time she was having the same patterns of the guys, and they were repeatedly the same situations where it was abusive, it was the
That's-
person was into
yeah.
drinking, and you know, had bad temper. But these patterns, and she chose those people all the time in different relationships, but
Again
you know,
and again and
again and
again.
again. So I asked her this simple question: can I know what is your relationship with your father? And she said, how does this matter?
Yeah.
The reason it matters is when, you know, you open your eyes, the first man that you've ever seen is your father.
Absolutely.
So he is your hero. His personality will definitely dwell into your life, and subconsciously it will
Yeah.
keep on playing. And his relationship with his wife, that's your mother, will definitely have an imprint as a child, because these are childhood traumas that you'll end up taking. So if they have had a loving relationship, you'd always believe that partners are meant to doing things together, that love is there, you know, that caringness is there. But when she as a child had seen that her father was not there when the family needed them the most, and he was into drugs and
Drugs, alcohol, yeah.
other kind of habits which were abusive and which was not very healthy. So that's the time, you know, these things were hurting her a lot, and she was not being able to forgive her father.
So she was holding on to the resentment.
And that was causing those patterns to inherit in her aura, that all that she was attracting
Yeah.
was the same kind of people. The moment I told her, let's cut the cords with this kind of a relationship, she learned to forgive her father. She understood that those times were different and he had his own reasons for behavior.
Yeah.
I asked her to sit down, talk to him calmly, and understand that, you know, why he was doing certain things the way he was.
Yeah.
And when she understood those situations of his, it was easy for her to forgive and let go.
I think letting go is a big one for everyone, because I think, especially anyone that you speak to, I think some childhood trauma or the other, I think everyone has. And I think the tough part is the letting go part.
Yeah, agreed. And the moment she let go of this whole situation, she found her Mr. Right, and everything has just run so perfect after that. So I just believe that, you know, even in a relationship with a mother, when a son is having problems with the mother or the relationship is not very good, he would also face the same kind of things when he's trying to find
His wife.
or the girlfriend, in friendship.
So, Sheet, do you think a soul contract could be painful?
Yes, definitely. A soul contract can be extremely painful. If I had to tell you that if a soul has to be learning boundaries, and when it's learning the boundaries, it is going to go through a lot of different stages. You know, people are going to be speaking rudely, it is not going to be easy, there are going to be ego, there's going to be fights, there are going to be a lot of things. But the good part about this is that it can be finished earlier. How can it be finished earlier? Supposing if you had to learn, how to, keep your boundaries. So the moment somebody teaches you this in a relationship and has walked out of your relationship, it's painful, but you have learnt your lesson.
Yeah.
So the thing is that I can't say that you can allow it to let go, or is there a way to finish your soul contract fast? No, it's only a soul contract can simply end is when you learn your lessons.
Yeah.
So if you learn your lessons earlier, it just becomes more easier for your soul to understand that this lesson is learned.
Yeah.
Because when you do not learn that lesson, this repeated learning of this lesson can come also from different variation. So supposing if you had to learn anger management, you did not learn it from your life partner, it can then come from your mother to you, to your father, to your siblings, to your friends.
Absolutely.
So you will keep on finding your own people and surroundings doing the same thing with you, or removing that kind of anger, or getting you into a mode which triggers you till the time you are not learning your lesson.
So you think it will keep repeating till one actually doesn't learn?
Yes.
And what does a usual soul contract look like?
So basically a soul contract is a contract which is made before you were even born. So before you were born, what happens is you decide that what are the things that you want to learn. Example, if I had to say, a soul says, I want to learn empathy. Now the other souls will say that yes, but it's going to be very painful. But that's the only way you're going to learn it. So if your soul says, if I have to go through this, it's fine, but I want to learn this lesson. That's how in your periphery you will have your people teaching you this same
again and again
and again till the time you actually learn, thing. So the soul contracts, as I said, since they are made before your birth time, in all aspects, whether it's your love life, whether it's friendship, whether it's bonding with your own parents, whether it is with your relatives, everything is going to be pre-decided.
Yeah.
It's a pre-setup, just like a movie. You know, you have a director, you have actors, you have a villain. Everything is just as a script. It's a pre-decided script in your life. Can you change this
Yeah, I was just
script?
going to ask you, can you change it?
No, you cannot change it. But what you can do is, if you are very mindful and if you learn your lessons quicker by accepting. So the moment the word acceptance comes into your life and you decide that, okay, I am not happy with this, but instead of fighting through it, you learn to sit back, you reflect, you ponder, you do your journaling, you write things, and you decide that, you know, why is there this kind of a situation? So the first question any person should ask, why, how, and what can I change about it?
Yeah.
So when you have these three questions aligned, and when you sit down in a quiet space and you ask, you know, who am I?
Yeah, who am I? Yeah.
That's a very important question to ask. Who am I? What are the things that I really want in my life?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like we're confused, like our generation is confused with the base of it. It's like, do I want this? Like your mind keeps wavering. It's like sometimes you want something, but then you get it and you're like, no, but it wasn't this. Maybe I want something else. Now that's just not with a partner, that could be with work. Sometimes you're doing something, but you're like, oh, maybe not this, maybe something else. So it's very important, you're right, to know what exactly you want.
Yes. So I feel the easiest way out is, you know, is when you feel that you're confused, whether it's a career,
Yeah.
whether it is a relationship, whether it is a job, whether, you know, it is buying a house, any decision in your life where you feel that you are on two different pathways, and when you feel that, you know, I am very indecisive, I need some guidance,
Yeah.
I need some path. So there are two ways to look at it. Either you meet a professional who can basically guide you and help you.
Yeah.
And if you think you're an introvert and you do not want to take this help,
Yeah.
I usually tell people, because since I'm a dream psychologist,
Yeah.
the thing is that, you know, you get things in your dreams, you know, whatever has gone through your day, you'll end up seeing those kind of things also in your dream. We'll get into this
Yeah.
at a later bit, but the connection of this at this point is that every morning, as soon as you wake up, you are getting out of your subconscious mind to your conscious level, and that is just the perfect time where I tell people that you should take a book and a paper and write down things. Write down what should be your flow of the day to day. What are the 5 things you want to do today in your day, from your gratitude, from being thankful, from all the beautiful things that you are about to finish. So even your task. This is even taught in the management schools, that it's
Yeah.
very important to write or start your day with your own scripting. This is the very beautiful way, because when you script your day, it's going to go exactly the way you have scripted it. But when you wake up with this fear and a bond, oh my God,
Or like
it's
bad
late.
anxiety, like
Yeah.
I'm late, I have so much to
I'm
do.
late, and you know, oh my God, everything is going to go wrong, and you know, I may just you know, miss that bus, and maybe, you know, that important meeting is going to be you know, they
Or
are
I
going
had
to
to
shout
meet
at
this
me.
friend and I'm late, I had to get to work, and now something at work is not working out, etc. So many things, yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is your brain has already triggered to these kind of things. So your day actually starts with these things, because words turn into action. So the moment you have given this trigger to the brain that nothing is okay, I'm in panic, the body starts becoming alert, and everything, it will stop you, break you, you'll fall down, you know, because
Everything goes wrong then, I
everything
guess.
goes wrong. A slip of the thing and the full day has gone like this, and then you're like, oh my God, you know, this is such a unlucky day, it's such a bad day. There is nothing like a bad day. You know, every day is a God's gift, and that's the day, that's the reason we call it the, you know, it's a beautiful present day. The reason the present is because it is a present.
Yeah.
Every day when you wake up, you are alive, you are
so blessed actually, yeah.
you have that gratitude.
Yeah.
So every day I just tell everyone to do few things which are simple and easy that they can do, is wake up with gratitude. Give that 2 minutes in the bed, fold your hands as soon as before you open your eyes and say thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you that I feel so alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you that I'm going to start a wonderful day. Just these 2 lines will get your brain into calmness.
Yeah.
Instead of trigger, it will say that okay, everything is well around
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And then you basically sit down and you do your scripting for 5 minutes by writing what are the things that you need to be done today, like to do task. So you can write down your 5 tasks for the day which you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
And with that you can also add things like what is the one thing you're grateful for,
Yeah.
or what is the one thing you're going to be
Absolutely.
thankful for today.
Yeah.
What is the one good deed that you could do today?
Yeah.
It could be as simple as like if you saw a sweeper, just saying a hello to that person.
Could just make your day. Absolutely.
Yeah, just smiling at somebody, saying a sweet good morning, buying a flower to somebody,
Yeah.
gifting somebody something, or just giving something from your food if you feel you have a servant in your house, a maid or something. You just share some few words also.
Just being kind, I guess.
Kindness. So even that can change so much. Compassion is so important. It
Absolutely.
makes you immediately get into a mode of feeling blissful.
Yeah.
So
It does.
Yeah, so I literally feel that if you start your day with these kind of things, it just helps you a lot. And getting back to our conversation, is that when you learn to accept your partner instead of changing any situations, understanding and respecting the person for what he or she is, the moment you do that, there is no resentment, there is no guarding, because you already know that this person is X and this is how this person is,
and I'm going to love every bit of this person.
Because you have to learn that every individual that has come into our life, there is nothing like coincidence. I don't even believe that this podcast is a coincidence. It's a message that people need to know, and that's the reason we are here together.
Absolutely.
So in life, there is nothing as coincidence. Everything matters.
Like every person you meet, every friendship, everything, I guess, is like not a coincidence. There's so many million people. Why would you meet that one person?
Yeah, exactly. So there is a many times I tell a person that when you go to a party, there are 100 people in a room, but that one person who's standing right opposite that door, and suddenly your heart goes all out and you want to go and speak to that person. These are like the soul contracts which your soul has made in some lifetime, where you have to learn. So some friendships are also there. You must have seen that when you are in KG and kindergarten, you have some friends.
Yeah.
Then when you go to high school, some friends change. You make new friends.
Yeah.
And
And
then
all of them somehow turn out to be pathetic. Most of them. I feel like the friends, at least for me, the ones that I made in school, I think I really felt like, I also had a pattern. Like I would get used. And then over a period of time, I've like changed my pattern, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to be so nice. I can keep it more mutual, like in terms of, okay, if you're doing 50 for me, I'm doing 50 for you. So I agree, sometimes friendships can also drastically change your perspective.
Yeah. So I believe that, to guard yourself, it is a good thing is to first see the person and just not jump into things. Usually, when, you are anxious, or you yourself is having a personality that, where you feel that there is a less,
You feel inferior in some way.
Then you want to prove your point, and that's the time when you try to be more out there. And the moment you're more out there, always doing, you will feel that your bucket of water is getting empty. And that's how you start feeling used, you feel pain, you feel not noticed.
Yeah.
But the moment
I feel like noticing is one thing, but I also feel like you feel like a lack of love or a lack of care or concern, which you are providing to the other person, but the other person isn't. And as you said, that's also maybe a karmic pattern which is teaching you something.
Correct. And at the same time, I believe that how can you save yourself from these kind of patterns, or how can you not feel so wounded
Absolutely,
though
yeah.
why you are learning this lesson is a simple thing is to try to understand yourself first. Understand what are your needs. If you think that this is very toxic, if you feel that this is not going right, just to fit in the box, I don't think that you should be there just to fit into those friends or just to fit into that situation.
Yeah, it's all about meeting genuine people. At the
Yeah,
end
so
of the
you
day.
rather, create your boundaries,
Yeah.
step up, speak up for yourself, say that this is what I like, this is what I dislike, or this is what I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah, I think I've reached a point where I'm like, okay, this is what I can offer and no more.
Correct.
Like, this is my boundary. Like, I can do this much for you, but I'm not going to cross oceans and, all of that for you if you're not doing at least like a bit for me.
Correct.
Like, obviously, I will love you irrespective, but there's a certain boundary in what I'm going to do.
Correct. So that's very true and very
Yeah.
well said, Anamika, because when you learn to set boundaries, you feel more safe.
Absolutely,
because you start feeling that respect for yourself.
Your self-love goes up,
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
So the moment you feel respect for yourself, you feel that every situation is something which you can handle very well.
Yeah.
So I definitely believe that one should be into this frame where you should love yourself, have that self-respect, learn acceptance,
Yeah.
learn to create boundaries,
Yeah.
learn to give chances. It's very important sometimes also to learn to give chances,
Yeah.
because sometimes some relationships, till the time you have not learned, they will keep on coming back into your life in certain ways.
Yeah.
So when they are planning to change in their perspective, it's very important to sit there and say, yes, you are changing, you have done these things, I appreciate it, but at the same time, I don't think I am ready yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you need to acknowledge the fact that you sometimes are ready, not ready for something. Yeah.
Yeah. And the moment you tell these things to yourself, you know in your conscious level that yes, once I'm more ready to again go out and venture this relationship again or to give it a second chance, you will come with all the thoughts that what had gone wrong earlier, you will try to rectify those things.
And what can I change?
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of getting into a rebound or getting into the same pattern again and again,
You heal. You have to heal. Yeah.
you have to heal. So I always tell people, instead of jumping from one relationship to another, to feel comfort, actually it's not comforting at all.
And I also feel like as women, because we're growing up in such a misogynistic and patriarchal society, I think somewhere it's embedded in our heads that it's okay to adjust and it's okay to compromise and it's okay to let go, which I think is true to a certain degree. But I feel like there should be a degree to how much you're doing that too.
Yes, and that degree will come from an individual to every individual will be different, because what is a comfort for you may not be for me,
Yeah.
may not be for another person. So I tell them that you need to decide your own boundaries, your own situations need to be thought, because every situation is going to be different and every angle of looking also is going to be different.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like certain people obviously grow up maybe in like a more conservative sort of a setup. Some people modern. That has an impact too. I also think women inherently are taught to, oh, it's okay. You should deal with it. But I personally feel that it shouldn't be like that. I think, yeah, you can deal with certain things, but I feel like a sense of equality also in what you're doing is very important.
That's very, very true, and I think that awareness is slowly and steadily coming as women are going all out, from working to becoming CEOs and all the different roles that they are handling and being
Yeah,
multifaceted.
because I feel like they're not putting themselves in that box anymore of all I have to provide is like to be a wife or to be a daughter or a granddaughter. I think there's so much more.
Yeah, because when you are evolving and you're doing a lot of different things, you're meeting a lot of different people, a lot of different situations, and in those different situations, you build yourself up very beautifully, because each situation is going to teach you good and the bad. So the good part is when you're learning the good, you accept it, and when you're learning the bad also, you accept it.
You accept it, yeah.
It can't be that I'll only accept the good and not the bad.
Yeah.
But when you're accepting both of it, then you are ready to understand that, okay, if this has gone wrong, I'm okay to understand that why has it gone wrong.
Yeah. So Sheets, can I ask you about like a bunch of things that I have been curious about? One is like soulmates, of course, twin flames, karmic partners, soul contracts, all of these.
Okay, so let me give you 2 lines for each of them, because
Yeah.
that will explain you the difference between all of them.
And kindred spirits.
Sure. So basically, let's take it from kindred spirits. These people are the people who have same interest, same value system, they have same passions, everything is very similar. When you meet them, their soul levels and their energy levels are also at the same frequency. So they both are very calm and they kind of get along. They will not have too many issues with each other, and they are the ones who can basically uplift your moods sometimes if you're very feeling very low, or you may end up having them as adventure partners also.
Okay, like you travel with them and
travel
stuff.
of them, or you're going to ski together, you're doing activities together. So these are those kind of spirits, so which are very good. Now when you go to soulmates,
Is it our soulmates like something like, you know, these songs and stuff, like they go like तुम आँखों से बताना हम समझ जाएंगे? Do you think that actually exists in a soulmate?
yes, if you are that true soulmate for that person, and if you have reincarnated into a partner, because to get a soulmate in your partner is also not easy, because it takes many lifetimes to actually get them into a partner, because many times soulmate you can have them in different variations. They can be your grandparents, they can be your friends, they can be your father, mother, sister, sibling, any of these. Not necessary that they are going to be your life partner. But if you have a one as your life partner, then this song, on the statement just matches very well, because yes, at a blink of an eye, or even if you're thinking something and you're sitting right there, they can read your mind off immediately, because they are in sync with you.
It's like in a room full of people, you should look at them and you should feel like you're home.
Yeah, because they will definitely understand from where you're coming and what you're going through. So yes, so in that kind of a situation, if you have met your soulmate as your life partner, then even if you're quiet and if you're thinking about something, and sometimes even if they're not there in the same place, that means that if you're in India and if even your partners traveled to US or anywhere, the time or the space will not matter.
Yeah.
Whatever they're thinking or feeling here, they'd feel the same emotions, even if there are so many kilometers or so many even a state different or country different, and even if they are sitting there, they'll still understand what is going through you, even if you are this if you're this apart. So one is that.
So Bollywood movies are not that off.
We should really give it to Karan Johar, because he's made some of the most lovely romantic films,
Kal
hopelessly
Ho Na Ho
romantic.
is like the top, I think, and Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, these two.
Saying that when we are talking about twin flames, these are mirror reflections to you. They are identical to you, and so when you look in yourself, you look at your reflection and they are just so identical. So from their anger, to their frustrations, to their hardships, to all the things that they are having, ego, everything will be at same par, and even their hurdles and even their nightmares will come at the same time. So it's difficult when you're meeting a twin flame, because you're going to go through so much. They're going to be shedding tears, a lot of pain which is going to come. Till the time, in this case, once you learn to love yourself and heal yourself, then if you are in a twin flame relationship, you can become the number one, as a relationship, as a power couple, wherever you go. Because once you basically are able to win or get victory to loving yourself and understanding yourself, because it's your own reflection.
Absolutely.
So you can understand that, that energy doubles up. So the moment that energy doubles up, whatever you gain in life will be double.
Will
you
be
know.
double, absolutely.
And then going from there, when we are talking about karmic debt relationships are the ones which, when we are facing a lot of trauma and toxic relationships with a karmic debt relationships. These relationships have come down to earth to make us understand our karmic situations. So in some lifetime, if you have left your partner, cheated with your partner, these souls have come to teach you these lessons
Oh my god, okay.
in this lifetime. So those learnings are going to be extremely painful. They are going to be very toxic. You're going to be feeling very lonely while you're trying to solve those, or go through that pain era. But well, that is your learning which you will have to go through in this lifetime.
Yeah, that's why I think sometimes people wonder that, oh, why is this happening to me? Or why is it working so well for someone else? But I guess probably it's this. It's a karmic debt.
Yes. Yeah. So everybody comes with a different, life path, and everybody's journeys are different in this lifetime. But when we cross roads, we all have our karmic debts. We all have soulmates, and we all have, so many different things happening in our life. But the only way, the good way, is to actually sit and learn and accept and let go. The moment you're in this flow of life, things just become very easy.
Okay, Sheet, so like we've discussed like all these things today. Can you tell us a small story related to it?
Sure. So I'm going to talk about a client of mine, and she came to me and she told me that, couple of years ago I met somebody. The relationship was extremely magnetic. It was like so correct. I could have not thought of anything better. It felt worldly. It was
Dreamy.
so dreamy, perfect, lovable. Everything I ever wanted, I desired. I felt that God had just dropped it into my hands, and it was just like a romantic story. And I was like, then what happened? And she was like, while this thing was there, and once we got committed and we got into a committed relationship, suddenly the relationship went completely upside down, where we landed up fighting, and we were not on the same page. And a relationship which felt so right at one point had changed so drastically. And I still felt that, though we are meant to be and we are so right for each other, then why is there so much of pain? Why is there so much of sorrow? Why is there so much of distance and quietness and
dysfunctionality,
and challenges which are constantly coming? And then she eventually, when she came to me and I told her that this relationship is meant to teach you so much, and it was her karmic cycle that she was in, and it was her karmic contract. And I told her, since this is your karmic contract, your lesson out here is to learn to love your own self, and this person has come in your life is to teach you the lesson of loving yourself, being more independent, being more driven by yourself.
Yeah.
And the moment she understood that, it was easy for her to let go instead of being held by this, because the question was, why me?
Yeah.
All of us get into this mode and we land up asking, that why me, and why has this happened to me, and God, why am I the chosen one?
Yeah, and especially if it started so beautifully and went down the hill, then obviously you question it even more, I guess.
Yeah. So I just told her that, each person who comes in our life has to teach something, and this was her karmic contract. And, though I said, let's look at the good times that you had, and let's look at what the person had to teach you in this lifetime, because if you need to thank this person, because if this person had not entered your life today, you would not be where you are today, because this whole cycle taught her a lot of things. She became so independent that she actually has a company of her own. It got her so driven. you know, all the pains that she had gone through in that relationship, she actually sat down and she decided that, you know, she will not repeat the same patterns again. So there was a lot of learning and healing which went through this, and I think that that was absolutely beautiful.
It helped her to grow.
It helped her to grow.
So I think that was the whole point of the...
Yeah, so we have to understand that some relationships or some contracts come into our life, but all of them, if you're going to look at ugly faces in their lives, it's not true, because each one has brought a different light in you which was not there.
Yeah, and has taught you something probably which you didn't learn before you knew them.
Yes. So on this note, I would like to say something to my viewers, and that is that not every soul is meant to be yours and to love forever. Some of them are meant to make you rise. And with this, thank you so much. It was wonderful having this lovely conversation with you, and definitely we shall meet in the future to have more amazing conversations.
Yeah.
With this note, lots of love and stay happy and blessed.
Thank you so much.